Hi everyone, Laura here. I am just going to give you a brief little tutorial on the basics of stage makeup. So the purpose of stage makeup is to make things appear bigger and brighter from stage so that they can be seen from the audience when the light hits us. And when the light hits us, we tend to get really washed out, so we want to really make sure that things get enhanced. So today I am using, it's called Maybelline The Nudes. It's just a nice neutral brown palette. Feel free to use whatever browns and neutrals you have at home if you already have something. Or if you want to go out and buy something, this is a really nice little palette just to have. So I'm taking a flat, it's a matte finish, so there's no shimmer to it, and it's just the lightest tone. It's about the same color as my own skin, and I'm just sweeping it from the lash line all the way up to the brow bone. This is giving us a base to work off of, and we'll build our color from there. The next step is to take a darker brown tone, so quite dark, and you're just going to sweep it into the crease of your eye. So enhancing the shadow that's already there. Just place the color in there and just make sure that it gets nice and blended so that we don't have too many harsh edges. You want to make sure that the color concentration is on the outer half of the eye. That helps make the eye appear bigger and drawn outwards, and that's what we want. Just like that. The next step, I like to take an angle brush, looks like that. And again, I take just my dark brown color and I place a little bit of it at the lash line on the lower lashes. Just like that. The next step in the process is to take your liquid liner and you're going to create your wing. It's only off the top. So I've got my liquid liner. This is just a Covergirl one, and I'm just sweeping it along the outside. I start at the end and work my way inwards. I make a little dot right in that crease so that it gives me something to join it together to. And I sweep it up towards the tip of my eyebrow. Just like that. And then I might take the color in a little bit to define the eye altogether. There we go. Lastly, for the eyes is your false eyelashes. I am using their Ardelle Demi Wispies. They look like this. I'm going to take my glue and I'm just going to spread a very thin line along the edge of the band. Now, the key to false eyelashes and glue is to make sure that you don't apply it straight away. You want to let it get a little bit tacky before you put it on your eye. So I'm going to let that dry for about 30 seconds. I put a little bit too much glue on there. So about 30 seconds to let that get tacky. If you put it on your eye right away, it starts to smear, and that's when you run into problems. So I'm going to let that dry. While that's drying, if you have smaller eyes and you don't want to use a full lash like I'm using here, use these. They're called Ardelle and they're called accent lashes, and they just go on the outer half of your eye. It's kind of nice for those of you who have small eyes or if you're younger and you don't have large eyes, because again it just sort of pulls the eye up and outwards and you don't have to worry about having a full lash on your eye. So again, that's still drying because I've used a little bit too much glue. So while that's drying, we'll go ahead and we'll pop a little bit of blush on, any sort of rosy toned color. Just on your blush and just on the apples of your cheeks. So just give a smile and you'll find the apples of your cheeks. And sweep it upwards. Again, everything is going up and out. We're making sure that we're enhancing what we already have and bringing it up and out. Alright, so that is about dry. So while it's just finishing out its last little bit, I'm just going to bend it and form it into a C shape. And I'm going to lift my head, tilt my head back, and just place it right on the lash line. And pull it down and find its home. Oh. Now you can see I got a little bit of glue on my lid there. And that's okay because I can go back in and touch that up. So there we go. Placed right on the lash line. And it's all glued down. Now again, you can see I got a little bit of glue up there. I'm just going to take my finger and wipe it off. There. Lashes on. Eyes contoured. Last step in the whole process would be our lipstick. I like to use a red tone. If you prefer to use a pink or a plum tone, that's just fine with me as well. Again, we're enhancing the lips. So this is a liquid lipstick. I like it, liquid lipsticks, because they stay on the lips and I don't have to worry about them coming off as easily as a regular lipstick. But that's just a personal preference. There we go. And that's it. That's your basic stage makeup. From there,